Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. My name is Jonathan. For those of you new to my channel, to my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, and thank you for the likes and the comments. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a law of attraction hack for newly awakened souls. Let's get started. This video is going to be incredibly powerful if you've just had your spiritual awakening leading up to beginning to kind of figure out your life's path. Okay? Have you been struggling with your manifestation? Have you used multiple different techniques to manifest and it just seems as though the vast majority of your manifestations just aren't coming forth? Have you made yourself out a list of what it is that you want to attract? If so, on that list, how many of these things are physical goods? How many of these things are, example, a new car, a new home, a cottage, a soulmate, attracting more money into your life? How many of these things are actually physical goods? I bet you the vast majority of you, the entire list is all physical goods. And I did the exact same thing. When I first had my spiritual awakening, it was literally just physical goods. It was things in this 3D reality that I was trying to bring forth. And I'm telling you this, the vast majority didn't come forth. But the ones that did come forth were the ones that were helping me align myself with my life purpose, that were getting me to figure out my life's path. And that's the secret. That's the thing that nobody talks about is when you first have your spiritual awakening, there's a probational period where literally, unless something is kind of aligning with your life purpose or your life's path, it simply is not going to come forth. Because the harsh truth is, what you're trying to manifest today, I'm telling you this, most likely will not be what you're going to be trying to manifest or what you're going to be focusing in on once you start to discover what your life purpose is. So instead of trying to manifest things on the exterior, the secret is turn that inwards. Begin to think about what you're able to manifest on the inside. Because the harsh reality is how you feel, your emotional state of being and aligned with, and then with your thoughts is what is creating your reality. And I want you to do this exercise. Go back to the most recent painful experience that you've had. Okay? And what I want you to do is really tap into leading up to this event. What was your emotional well-being? You know what I mean? Did you have lots of self-love, self-worth, confidence? Were you expecting situations to turn out in your favor? Or were you living in fear, guilt, and shame? Well, you know what I mean? Did you have any type of doubt? Did you have any of these types of negative emotions? Because it really is what you feel on the inside with a combination of your thoughts. That is what's going to reflect itself out in your reality. And that's why it's really important during this stage. I'm telling you this. If you've just had your spiritual awakening, forget about the exterior and put the focus back on yourself. Begin to create more inner happiness. Begin to create more self-love, self-worth, some confidence, more courage to move forward. Begin to work on also your mental health as far as becoming more and more optimistic, expecting miracles and unexpected blessings to start coming forth. Start seeing the best in people and in situations. And I'm telling you, that is what you're going to bring forth. And what's important is during your spiritual awakening, there's so many different things that are going on at the same time. And that's the thing. When you first have your spiritual awakening, you're literally going into the dark. Okay? You're literally starting to do a full life review. You're beginning to physically purge out all these different painful experiences. And therefore, you're going to start to learn the very valuable life lessons. And by doing so, you're going to be able to start peeling back the layers and truly discovering who you are. Because let's be honest, if you've had a spiritual awakening, it's because you're so far off of your life's path for the most part that this is what has caused your awakening. In order for you to go and take the time to go within. And by doing all these things, by healing, by discovering who you are, by figuring out what you're passionate about, by figuring out exactly which direction you want to move forward, that's how you're going to be able to get yourself into the light. That's how you're going to be able to start creating more inner happiness, more self-love, more self-joy. You're going to start to feel excited as far as the future that's coming up. And that is what's going to bring forth your manifestations even much faster than just simply meditating. Okay? Because I'm telling you this right now. When you meditate, everyone keeps teaching. Get yourself into that emotional state as if you have something. Where now, picture with having done all this inner work, Now you're able to permanently maintain that high vibration. You're able to let your light shine. And I'm telling you this, you're going to be attracting things at a much faster pace. And once you're able to get back into that heightened emotional state of being, then you're able to go back and start doing more of this as far as these traditional methods, as far as what you're able to manifest. You know what I mean? That's when you're able to. And I'm not saying to stop meditating by any means. What I'm saying is put the focus on yourself. Put everything, all the focus on yourself. And you're going to see at a certain point, all of a sudden your reality is going to begin to shift. You're going to start noticing, if before you used to be very stressed out, you used to, always have anxiety, you're going to start to notice all of a sudden your life is going to calm right down. You're going to notice that all these situations that have been causing this anxiety, this fear, this guilt, this shame, this stress is all going to go away. And that's when you're really going to be able to start becoming a powerful manifester. And also, you have to look at it this way. You have to think of it this way. What it is that you're trying to manifest right now, is it going to be something that once you start to discover your life purpose is going to be something that you're going to want to manifest? Okay? And one thing that's really important is get out of your head that's been just pumped into society is stop always looking for the quickest, easiest solution. We've got this pumped in their society. What's the fastest way to make money? What's the fastest way to lose weight? What's the fastest way to put on muscle? What's the fastest way to find a soulmate? And I'm telling you this right now. You have to let go of this mentality. Okay, because there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of knowledge to be gained. There's a lot of different spiritual aspect that must be learned before you're able to start stepping into your own, before you're able to find your life's path. And that's why it's so important to put all the focus on you. And not only this, whether you're connected with your higher self, your angels, and your guides, they know the path that you're going to be heading down. And they know that certain things that you're trying to manifest right now are not in alignment with this. And it's not to say that you're not going to have your dream home. And it's not to say that it's going to take much longer. It's the complete opposite. By beginning to align yourself more and more in each and every single day as far as your life purpose, by maintaining those high vibrations, what's going to end up happening is your immediate surrounding, I'm telling you this, things are going to start to crumble, but then it's going to bring forth newer and better things. And that's the thing is, you really need to learn different things first to be able to get through that stage, because when things start to crumble, I'm telling you this right now, the first couple of times this was going to happen, it's going to be nerve-wracking. You're going to have more stress and anxiety than you've ever had in your life if you're trying to push this forward too quickly. But by doing all this inner work, by peeling back the layers, discovering who you are, gaining all this new knowledge, learning these different spiritual aspects, figuring out what your spiritual gifts are, it's going to help you get through that transitional phase. Because that's the thing is, when you're trying to manifest, when something gets taken away from you, most people start to panic, start to fall into that fear-based reality. It's like, I'm trying to manifest something, but something has just gotten taken away. What's going on? But as you do all this inner work, as you gain all this knowledge, as you learn all these different spiritual gifts you have, you're preparing yourself to get through that transitional phase in the highest possible timelines. Because that phase right there, when something gets taken away from you, in between the time something gets taken away from you and the time that you receive something, that is where you're able to pick out the highest timeline. That's where you're able to amplify your manifestations. And by being able to maintain those high vibrations, by being able to stay in that light for the longest period of time, for the vast majority of the time, you're going to be getting the highest timelines possible. And I'm telling you this, your manifestations will come much quicker than you ever realized they would. Things are going to you're going to be receiving unexpected blessings. You're going to be receiving miracles that are going to continue to align you on your life's path. So really focus on creating inner happiness. Focus on letting go of self-limited beliefs. Focus on discovering what it is that you're passionate about, and forget about your reality until it happens. Now, during this probational phase, what I want you to focus on, okay, what I want you to put your intentions on, what I want you to attempt to manifest is really look at your life currently, okay, and look at what you need short term, medium term, and long term. What I'm talking about is, what do you need this week? what do you need this month, what do you need, let's say, within the next several couple of months, in order to continue aligning you with your life purpose, continuing to peel back the layers and really discovering who you are. Okay, but it is somewhat of a long drawn out process, but trust me, the more work you put in now, the better it's going to be. Because when it comes to the spiritual awakening process, you can't speed things up by letting go of any resistance. As far as, okay, I'm speeding things up, as far as I'm going to have the courage to purge this painful event. I'm going to go through all these different painful events and I'm not going to have any resistance. But you can't skip stages. You see, if you skip stages, I'm telling you this, you're just going to fall back down. So really allow yourself to remove any resistance, get through each stage when you need it, and continue to ask the universe for what you need to continue to move forward. And I'm telling you this right now, at a certain point, you're going to start seeing that money is no longer going to exist. You're going to literally have everything you need when you need it in order to move forward. And when you're able to maintain that light for a long enough period of time, you're going to start seeing that everything, all these things that you've been wanting to bring forth, are just naturally going to come to you. You won't have to, I'm not saying you won't have to work for it, but you know what I mean? You won't have to put as much time into manifesting as you personally are currently. You're going to just see that all these things are just naturally going to happen. And during this time, instead of just focusing on the end goals, instead of focusing in on the big manifestations, look at how you're able to manipulate your reality on a daily basis. Look at how your thoughts and your emotions are able to literally change situations in your favor. And what I mean by this is, start expecting pleasant surprise to come forth. Start expecting things to turn out in your situation. Start seeing the best in individuals, and that's what you're going to bring forth. And other things, you can start sending out intentions and affirmations, such as, let's say if you have a presentation to do at work, I intend on speaking very clearly and getting my message across to my coworkers. And then your affirmation, I'm so glad and happy that my coworkers are now implementing exactly what I was presenting to them, and they're happy with what I showed them. You know what I mean? Start doing things like this. And when you're, especially when you're having fun, when you're doing something and you're having fun, that's when you want to keep manifesting. That's when you want to have the thoughts of, okay, I want to continue doing this, or I would like to continue having certain experiences come forth. Really start putting the focus on that. Short term, exactly what you need to move forward. And if for those of you who have not connected with your angels and your guides, connect with them. I am telling you this right now, through the healing stage, they're going to help you so much. They're going to give you so much guidance. They're going to nurture you. They're going to love you, and they're going to encourage you. You're going to get these ideas. You're going to be shown. You're going to be told exactly how you should move forward, and just trust it and move forward in confidence, as if it is going to work out, because it is. It's your thoughts and it's your emotions that dictate how your reality is going to go. Well, that's going to do it for the video, guys. If you guys found this video informative, and if it was the first time on this channel, do me a favor, subscribe and hit that bell to be notified each time. And once again, to my returning subscribers, thank you for all the likes and thank you for all the comments. You guys have an incredible day. You guys take care of yourself. I love you guys. Namaste.